Welcome to Hobby Lobby, and thanks for joining me today, my friends. Let's walk up and down the aisles and talk about all of the potential filled in each aisle. Beautiful flowers. Beautiful, beautiful. What could we do with these? We can make wreaths. We can decorate the house. We can do all kind of things. And fabric. Oh, la la, we get to touch and feel the fabric as we go. So here at Hobby Lobby, every aisle is filled with potential. A roll of fabric, a row of buttons, a skein of yarn. None of them are finished projects, but all of them could be. That's the joy of walking through a craft store. That is why I am so passionate about Hobby Lobby. It's not about what you see. It's about what you can make. It's about what you can imagine using in that next craft project. Walking through the aisles and dreaming. Will this become a cozy quilt? A handmade gift? A bold new experiment? What flavor, what color, what texture fabric am I going to get? Making critters, stuffing them with a polyfill, getting yarn and adding texture on a quilt, couching down some beautiful yarn, or making yarn animals. That's the beauty of crafting, my friend. It invites you to invent your own creation. Some people walk through a store for what they need. Crafters walk in and through the aisles, and we're inspired by each aisle, each idea. There's something comforting about being surrounded by color, texture, and tools, each one whispering to you, what if? What if? What if? We see a mirror and we think about decorating the frame. We see a little chair and think about decorating an entire room. Look at these markers. What can we paint? What can we color? What can we draw? Even if we don't buy a thing today, we leave with new ideas when we're walking through a craft store. Crafting is more than just making something. It's healing. It's storytelling. It's rebellion against the disposable. Craft stores always make me think about the hands that came before mine. Grandmother's quilting, mother's knitting, kids learning to make something with their own two hands. There's a quiet legacy in the aisles here. It's not just merchandise, it's memory, tradition, and the joy of keeping a skill alive. Look at these paints. Look at this gold, beautiful gold I could put in paint, on frames, in different things. Think about how we made paint before we came to a craft store and bought it on the shelves and saw it on the shelves. Did you use a mortar and pestle and smash the leaves and the petals of the flowers? And all these paintbrushes. How did we get all of the texture and the paint and the colors without all these paintbrushes? And hats. Shall I go home and make my own? Which style do I want? Or shall I pick up one of these and decorate it? I need a hat for the beach, a hat for travel, a hat for every occasion. And how will I decorate it? Crafting starts before you ever touch the materials. It begins with the sound of scissors, the feel of cotton between your fingers, the color palettes lined up like a painter's dream. all of these numbers and letters begging to be painted, begging to come home with you. This is one of the few kinds of stores where people pause, touch, and imagine. Creativity is a tactile thing. Crafting is one of the few hobbies that slows you down while keeping your mind and hands busy. As I walk through this store, it's a reminder that creation takes time. What can I paint a butterfly on, a dragonfly on, a bee, a turtle? What sandscape is begging for me to create it? And the corkboard, can I put it on my walls? Can I make a purse out of it? Can I make keychains? How can I decorate these coasters? These aisles are an invitation to unplug, to focus, to feel the satisfaction of making something from scratch. What can I repurpose? What can I reuse? How can I paint it? How can I doll it up? Something happens when you walk into a craft store, even if you didn't plan to make anything. Suddenly, your brain wakes up. A color catches your eye. A texture triggers a memory. It's like creativity taps you on the shoulder and says, "Oh yeah, it's time. Let's play." Let's play. To someone else, this might all look random. Sketchbooks here, beads there, clay there, paint over here. But to a crafter, this is a language I speak fluently. It's my kind of chaos. I want to draw, paint, junk journal. Every tool has a purpose. Every material has a story waiting to be told. How am I going to tell it? What's going to help me tell it? A lot of people think crafting is about a final piece. But honestly, the best part is right here. The dreaming, the choosing, the part where nothing exists yet but your imagination. This is where the magic lives. It's okay to try, to fail, to make, to enjoy, to start over. There's something powerful about giving yourself permission to create. And you can create in a million different ways. Even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, walking through a store like this feels like walking through a permission slip, giving yourself the okay to try something new, to dream about doing something new. Crafters are quite kind of joyful, I think. You won't always find us shouting our passions from the rooftops or sharing every little crazy thing we make, but you'll see it in a handmade card, a stitched pillow, a tiny clay animal, a yarn animal. This store, it's full of ingredients for that joy of creating. Wearable art, hangable art, art that keeps us warm, art that cools us off, art that we wear, art that we put in junk journals, art that we dangle from our purses or our ears. Sure, we all have a budget. I have a budget. I always do. But let's be real. Imagination doesn't care about price tags. Maybe I see something and I can create it by upcycling or recycling. Maybe I need a little bit of something to make that happen. Sometimes the most inspiring material is a remnant in the clearance bin. That spark of creativity. Creativity does not ask for permission. It pops up. It just looks for opportunity. I like to come here to Hobby Lobby and just wander. No list, no plan. Well, sure, I came in here today looking for a certain kind of fabric. But coming here to Hobby Lobby, it's like a ritual. Smoothing fabric, checking paint swatches, admiring things I may never buy, I may never use, I may never do, but that's okay. The act of browsing is part of the craft. It feeds the creative spirit. We don't walk through imagination enough. We don't talk about texture enough. Feeling, smelling, hearing. Maybe it's the way velvet catches the light. Or maybe it's how yarn has different colors to it. Or softens in your hand with your touch. It's more than just how something looks. It's how something feels. How something makes you feel when you wear it. Patches. Beautiful patches. Texture turns a flat idea into something real. That's why we touch everything. It's instinct. Every crafter has that one thing you can't resist. Maybe it's washi tape. Maybe it's jelly rolls. For me, well, it changes. It changes every week. I love fabric. I love paper. I love creating anything with paper or fabric. But every time I walk through these aisles in Hobby Lobby, I feel it. Yep. Here I go again. It's the thrill of maybe, the ideas, the thrill of what if. It's fun, it's feelings, it's rituals, it's internal battles, budget versus desire, perfectionism versus joy. It's experiencing and observing crafting, emotion, being creative. It's a mix of feelings and habits and ideas. It's really living that poetic flair. What if I could have stickers and put them on these? What gifts could I create? Who would love these items as much as I would love making them? Oh, and it's the holidays. Hobby Lobby is all about home decor and holiday celebration. And that 4th of July, months away, is going to be here before we realize it. How will we decorate next? What kind of decorations do I want in the house? What can I make? How can I jazz up everything to be ready and in gear for the holidays? My friends, I hope you get as much inspiration through walking through these aisles as I do. putting those trinkets in your cart and dreaming about how you're going to put them to use. Thanks for joining me today, my friends. Have a great day. See you soon.